Alright, now the doors are rather big, but they should be a good size for the shuttle to fit down them just fine. Whoa. That was... Whoa! Hey! What the hell? Alright. Welcome back to Empyrion Galactic Survival. I'm KnowItAllDM. How's everybody doing today? I'm doing great today. Today, I have been working extensively on, this way, the shuttle bay down here. Now, I had started to work on it and drill out some things, and I did some tests on another server, like on the creative server, and the door that I was going to use wouldn't have been big enough for the shuttle to routinely go in and out. It kept getting stuck and such like that. So today I built it up a little bit bigger, and by that I mean instead of using the small 5x3, I switched it to the 10x5. Now this switch is going to allow it to not only come in, but I'm going to be able to bring a little bit bigger ships in as well, more than just the shuttle. Now this is only half of the shuttle bay. The other half is going to include the other door, but for now you can see that I've got the door functions, and I've dug out a little on the other side of the door. But what I'm going to do now is I'm going to build the rest of the shuttle bay, and then when I come back, I should be ready to move the shuttle into the shuttle bay. So I'm going to keep on working, and I'll be back with you guys. Alright, well, I got most of it done, all except for this back wall here. Now, the problem why I can't finish it is I have run out of iron. Now, there is an iron deposit right over here, which I am planning on digging towards this direction. So I'm going to dig out this way and grab some iron from that to finish off down here. Now, what I've done so far, I have this little back door here that leads up onto the doors here, and I'm going to dig the rest of this out as well so that I've got a clear open area, and that happens. Yeah, sometimes I fall through the wall right there. Apparently there's a problem with the collision on the doors there, and I just fall right through them when I'm walking. But anyway, I'm going to start digging off this direction, and once I get it completely finished, I will be back with you guys. Okay, so I'm back. It's been over a week since my last recording because my fan problems. If you didn't keep up with me on Facebook, I do have a Facebook page, which I don't think I've ever actually mentioned before. I do have a Facebook page, KnowItAllDM Video Gaming. But my fan, my CPU fan, the CPU heatsink fan specifically, went bad. And my computer would have overheated if I had kept playing this game and recording. And yeah, I didn't barely even turned on my computer at all. But I have now gotten it replaced with a liquid cooling system, and it seems to be working good. Since the last recording, there have been at least 2 updates. As you can see in the top, we are now on Alpha 2.3.1. And I had a problem after I installed 2.3.1 that there was an authentication fail whenever I would load Empyrion. So I had to uninstall the Steam client and reinstall it, and everything seems to be working. I backed up my save games and everything, and that way I could just keep on going from where I was. So now I was looking around in the tech tree, and the saved game, or the updated things on the capital vessel and base. There is now a tier 3 fuel tank and a tier 2 large generator. Now, the large generator takes up 8 times the space of a regular large generator, but it gives you 10 times the output. So it's worth getting. The fuel tank is twice the size, but I don't know how much extra space it holds. So I'm going to have to experiment with that. We will get that experimentation and all done after I finish getting the iron ore that I've been trying to gather and finishing up the landing pad or landing deck or whatever you want to call it. So anyway, I just thought I would bring you guys back for an update on the problem with the fan, which is why I haven't had any videos updated in the last week, which I sincerely apologize for, but I was unable to record anything in that time. So anyway, I'm going to continue getting iron ingots, and I'll be back in a bit. Okay, so I have finished the back wall of the shuttle area, and I'm hoping this gives plenty of room for the shuttle to come down and land and go back up and all that good stuff. The next thing I think I'm going to do, I'm going to, at the very least, paint, if not create a landing pad in here for the shuttle to land on. And once I get that done, I'll see how much room I have left to build other things. So let me go ahead and get that done and see what we can do. Okay, so I've got the room painted. I've got the lines on the floor. I don't think I'm going to change these to triangles, and I don't think I'm going to put the lights that the exterior landing pads have, because in here it's not necessary. But I am going to continue digging out this area here so that I can actually land the shuttle into here. And once I get all this done, I will be back with you guys to land the shuttle in the hangar bay. Alright, I have the doors leading down to the hangar bay completely finished. Now it's time to try to take the shuttlecraft into the hangar. Alright, let's try to get this. What? Okay, so wrong button. There we go. Alright, now the doors are rather big, but they should be a good size for the shuttle to fit down them just fine. Whoa. That was... Whoa! Hey! The hell? Knocking me off balance. Not a good thing. Hey! Hey! The heck? Alright. And down into the hangar. Now, whenever I let go of the down button, the C button, it tries to go up. Even with the thrusters deactivated. I don't know why. That's just weird. Alright, so now I've got the shuttlecraft in here, and that should be able to close and be just fine. Alright, now I can load the shuttlecraft up with stuff and go up through the doors. All right. So now that that's taken care of, I want to check out these updates that were recently put into the game. So, first update I want to check out, or first part of it, I want to check out the Tier 2 large constructor and the Tier 3 fuel tank. Now, they also renamed them Tier 1, 2, and 3 rather than small, large, and I guess it would be even larger. But I'm surprised they didn't label this Tier 1, Tier 2, and Tier 3. But in any case, so let's go see what it takes to craft up a Tier 3 fuel tank. I can go ahead and do one. Large generator Tier 2, large generator Tier 1. And let's make 2 of those, because I think 2 of those is 8 of these. Or 1 of those is 8 of these. And yeah. So, alright, let's check out the fuel tank situation. I want to take everything out of here and everything out of here. So they've got a 4 by 5. Hey, I didn't want to take that last one out, but okay. I'll get a block to put back there. I've got this generator, or this constructor here set up so that it can make hardened steel blocks. It can make combat steel blocks too, just so that I can make the blocks if I need them quickly, without having to cancel the queue of the other constructor, because it's busy working on the generator thing. Okay, now the fuel tank, Tier 2 or Tier 3. Okay, it can fit right there. Now, it's got a lot more than a 4 by 5. Because that is all the fuel that came out of those 2, and this can hold even more. So it's definitely a good idea to upgrade to the Tier 3 fuel tank. So I think I am going to go ahead and replace these also with a Tier 3 fuel tank. And this as well. Okay, so let's go ahead and put all the stuff into here. And then I'm going to want 2 more Tier 3 fuel tanks. Now I'm hoping these generators don't take forever to craft up, but once they do get crafted up, I'll be back so we can put the generators into the electronics metal cables. Actually, electronics and cables. Is that what it was? Cables, or was it metal components? If I do that. I can make at least 1, 2. So I should be able to do that and not have to have this take that up. That's why I like having 2 constructors. Alright, let's go get this 1 in over here. I could fit it there, but I want it... Whoa, wait, what? Oh, it's sitting up. I want it lying down. And then rotated to there. Alright, then I can put all that into there, and I've got a lot more room for fuel. So I should be able to get fuel out from here. I only have 75 large fuel packs left. So let's take the promethium ore, at least, you know, a good chunk of it from there, and put it over here. And have you... Alright, that'll give me 600. And then I can put this right here and fill it up so that with the same amount of space taken up here, I have more than enough fuel. And I only have to look at 3 of these rather than 5. I wonder if they're going to do something similar with the O2 tanks or not. Right now it looks like the O2 tanks still cap at the large O2 tank, but you never know, they might increase it to a larger one somewhere. Let's go check on those large generators, see if they're done yet. Or at least one of them. One of them is done. Now this thing is huge. Too huge to fit in here. So, it looks like I'm going to have to actually go down at least 1 level here. Now it's 2 by 2 by 6, so to get 2 of them in here, I'm going to need 2 rows of 2 that are 6 long. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I'll have this row. Wow, it'll take up that entire area. But it will have way more energy power than just the 4 of these. So I'm going to go ahead and get on constructing, on digging down, so that I can get rid of all this, and when I come back I will be placing the large generator tier 2. It's a tier 2 large generator. I'm surprised they haven't called it tier 1, tier 2, and tier 3. I really am. They really ought to do that. But yeah, I'll be back when I'm installing the new generators. Alright, so I'm back. And I'm going to go ahead and take these away. I've got just a little more to get rid of with those. Let's see, how's the structural integrity? Yeah, you see, I think since those count as attached to both the ceiling and the wall, it's still structurally sound even if I take away everything underneath it. So I'm going to go ahead and finish up clearing down here. And then we're going to replace those things momentarily. Shouldn't take but a few more seconds. And I know for some reason the frame rates in my inside the base are a bit low. I can't tell as big of a difference while actually playing the game, but reviewing the recordings and everything, I noticed that inside my base the frame rates get a bit low. And pulling up the frame rate thing, it's really, really low frame rate wise in here. So I do apologize for that. The next upgrade to my computer, which will be the upgrade to the graphics card itself, should clear that up entirely, but that might take a little bit. But in any case, let me put this down and finish up the floor here. And then what we're going to do to replace the generators, I'm going to temporarily put a small generator over here so my base doesn't shut down. And take these out. Okay, and right now my base is only able to sustain itself for another 27 minutes. I'm using 19% power. Now, the instant I put down one of these massive generators, with just one generator going, it's going back to 0%. And I don't know why it only says 27 hours. But when I get this second one down, power usage has... I mean, I will never have to worry about power again with just two of those generators. And so now I can get rid of this small generator here. All right, and let me finish filling up these. There we go. And now my power is 129 hours with two generators, and that's with it still constructing things and everything. So now we've got a power upgrade, which is really nice. I still have these stairs here just so I can get down and back up, you know. I might take the stairs out and put like a single staircase and like railing or something, but I don't know. I'm just going to leave them with the staircases for now. Okay. Are you red? I don't want you to be red. I want you to be orange. There. So now you match that and there. Okay. Orange, yellow-ish. Okay. Anyway, so now that I've got that done, one last thing I wanted to show you before we're done with the episode for today. And I do apologize again for it taking so long to have made that episode. This episode. But what I do have, I've come over here and I have crafted a small little base thing with an O2 station, and this leads out to the mine. Now I wanted to come out here at night to show you because you can really get the sense of the lighting that I put in here with the tier 2 work lights that I made up. And so if you come in here, here is the beginning of the iron mine. Down at the bottom, I've mined out a lot of the bottom. Since right about here is the middle, I've got a bit more to go that way. And over here, I actually started mining upwards in the upward spiral, but I don't have any work lights put in here. I should be able to just go ahead and put a few in here. So let's do that right here. Okay, I'm going to want one there. And then I'm going to want one let's put it there. All right, and so I can just keep on mining and throwing down work lights as I go through there. And so there's the mine. We got quite a bit accomplished, I would say today, but in this episode. I got the tunnel and the mine set up. I put the O2 station over here so that if I'm running low on oxygen, I don't have to run all the way back into the base. I can just run to here, grab some O2, and go. We got the shuttle bay finished so that I don't have to worry about my shuttlecraft being attacked by drones whenever they come, if they're going to come again, which I don't think they are, because I haven't had a drone attack since the last one. And you know when the last one was, last episode, I think. But it's been several in-game days and I haven't had a problem with that. Now, if you didn't get to see too well as I was bringing the shuttle down because I was having problems, but I've got the interior of this set up just, you know, with a little interesting lights and stuff so that I don't, you know, even if I'm coming down at night, I can see. Walking on the door is kind of wonky, and I've still got this little passageway just so that I can get up there and do work. And we also explored the latest update with the inclusion of the Tier 3 fuel tank and the Tier 2 large generator, which will now power our base forever. I don't think I am ever going to have to worry about fuel again. At least until I, you know, go to another planet. Now, with the inclusion of the Tier 2 fuel tank and the Tier 2 large generator, I feel a need to make an upgrade to the Last Hope. So, what I am going to end up having to do is I am going to bring the Last Hope to Omicron. Now, in order to do that, what I'm going to need is a capital vessel that can get me back to Akua, one that's easily deconstructed and easily built, easily deconstructed, and one that I can just use as a simple hyperdrive to get there and get the Last Hope and bring it back here to Omicron. But I think I'm going to do that tomorrow. So for now, that's going to be it for this episode. I hope you guys enjoyed the episode. If you did, hit that like button for me. And if you want to see more Empyrion Galactic Survival, go ahead and subscribe. I also have a Patreon account set up with the link in the down there. And if you want to help support me in upgrading my computer and getting things set up so that I can actually have better quality recordings and do this more often, you know, any donations through Patreon would be greatly appreciated. And if I get enough, I might even set up an Empyrion server solely for Patreons. But that's a job in the future, so, you know. For now, that's going to be it for this episode. So, as always, y'all have a good day now.